What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the single player world. How you doing today? I hope you're having a super good freaking day. Just wanted to start off with by saying thank you to 1,500 people who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you guys so much. Oh man, I hit that the other day and it was just super awesome. It's one of those magic numbers that you hit that you just go, wait a minute, that's a lot of freaking people. When it was at like 1,300, I was like, that's a lot of people. But now that it's 15, oh my gosh. So thank you guys so much. Anyway, let's start off with today just with a little bit of progress update at the Enderman farm. And then we're going to get out of this dimension because I've been hanging out here a little bit too much. And I'm starting to get a little bit purple in the brain. So let's check this place out. So I've stuck with the open floor method. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to turn this thing down. Every time I come here, I turn this thing down. I'm just going to turn it down a whole bunch this time. Okay. So yeah, I've decided to continue with this open floor plan because I really, really like it. I like being able to fly onto it. I don't want to have to dip under a roof or something crazy like that and miss and fall into the void. So I decided to try to fix our issue we had here with the guys teleporting out. And I totally did in like the simplest way ever. It's crazy. I don't know why I've never seen anybody do this before, but it's so obvious. Check it out. You just have these guys. So when you come in here, you just open them all. Right? And so then when you're AFK, you can actually sit in the minecart and you can hit this button and you can kind of look behind you. And what I've noticed is after tons and tons of AFKing, I gotta shut these before I get out of the cart, or sometimes you'll teleport and you'll fall down through the trapdoors when you get out of the cart. Anyway, I've AFK'd here for a really long time. You see I have 108 levels, but I actually spent about 70 of those and got them back, and then spent, gosh, like 50 of them and got them back. And I got some really cool stuff. I guess I'll show you a little bit. I found this really awesome bow with infinity and mending on it from one of my fishing farms, so I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta make that into something. So I got the super OP bow. I don't have any arrows right now though. Anyway, yeah, I've been using a bunch of XP out of this place and having a super good time with it, and it's working great. And I figured I would show you that little trick, and it seems to work amazingly. If you might have seen in the last episode, I had a snowman here right at the end of the episode during the little like speedy up bit, and that was helping too, and it was working great. But it would take a little bit of time sometimes for that snowman to target the guy, and this seems to be pretty much instant. Excuse me, oh my gosh. So yeah, that's a pretty cool little fix there. I just figured I would show you that. Let me open that. Okay, sweet. Well, anyway, I'm going to move on here because, like I said, I want to get out of this dimension. And for now, this is a great ender pearl farm, but I think I might have come up with a better XP farm. So I think we're going to move on to here and look at some potentially better options for some more AFK XP. So anyway, I'm going to pop over back to the overworld. I'm going to get started with what we're going to be working on today. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Alright guys, well some big things have happened recently in the world here. Not too big of things, but some big ideas have been taking place. So I fixed the nether hub. If you remember the last, man, 50 freaking I don't even know how many episodes it's been, like 20 or something episodes that we've had this just mess of a nether hub. And it's cool, I like it, but obviously it's not a nether hub yet, it's just the hole for a nether hub. So I think I fixed it. I think I figured out, like I fixed my idea for this place. Because I didn't have one. I was just like, I know I'm going to figure out something cool to put here, right? But I figured it out. So you can see we got this stone texture. So I was on the Reddit, Minecraft Reddit the other day, XP66, and I saw somebody posting about how there's so many different gray blocks. If you haven't seen, they actually recently did a snapshot for the PC versions that updated some of the new blocks from, you know, the aquatic update. They added some of the new blocks. Words, it's kind of early for me. But anyway, it's just more grayscale blocks with the coral as being put outside the water. It turns into like this cool grayscale block, which is sweet. But it got me thinking, and it was somebody in the comments of that Reddit post that was like, there's so many grayscale blocks in this game. Is that too many blocks? And I was thinking to myself, I don't think it is, because stone is a huge part of this game. Like the whole world is built out of stone, and so having more things that blends with stone is a great idea, I think. I mean, why not? More blocks the better, in my opinion. So I figured we would use one of the most common colors and the most easily adaptable color, because check this out. Here's my ideas. I'm going to talk for just a minute, and we're going to work on something pretty fun here today. So all of these different tunnels are going to have different themes to them. Let's go to some that are actually kind of semi-built up a little bit. Obviously, I still got to do a lot of work in the nether tunnels, and I've been waiting until the hub is done. So we got this black ice tunnel over here. This one is going to be a full snow themed tunnel because it goes to like the little snowy area, the ice spikes biome. This one, I don't really know exactly what I want to do with it yet, but we got the gold farm over here, which I kind of finished already. the old gold farm, and squid farm, like a bunch of stuff. So, and then the guardian farm, hallway, words, is almost done as well. I just kind of need to patch this place up. I like it. I think it's cool. I think it works. I might, renovate it. It's not that long of a tunnel either. Check this out. It just goes right around the corner. So anyway, I guess we can go over here and check out what I was going to work on today. Let's go down this other tunnel though. Yeah, so I think that's the plan, is I'm going to make this place into a overworld themed nether hub, which is going to be pretty cool. I think we're just going to have it be like basically a giant cave. So I was thinking about maybe pulling this stone down into this area and making this like a giant stone wall, like lots of foliage, like grass, and somehow blocking the gas spawns. I don't know how I would do that yet. I'm sure we'd find a way. Yeah, so that's the plan. All right, anyway, let's get out of here. I just wanted to update you guys to that because it's like such a big thing. Man, having like a messed up nether hub and these ugly tunnels, it's just, oh, I hate it. Okay, so I've written my question. We're about to enter the giant box of technical jargon. And if you want to see how this place works, go back and watch that episode. But it's very, very complicated, and there's a lot of things in this box. So if we ask this question here, you can see in the book, we have left automatic flying farms, or right the automatic shulker storage. So we need to do these things really badly for a number of reasons. Not really badly. One of them is pretty necessary. But I'm going to ask this device here which one we should do, and you can see I've either said left or right. So depending on which way the dragon eggs teleport, that will answer our question for us. So this thing can also answer, specific questions as long as they have two options. All right, so using this magic dropper computation device, we're going to put our what project question in here. And when we click on this dragon egg, one of three things is going to happen. Either it's going to go left for, what was it again, flying farms, or right for shulker storage. And if it goes nowhere, which sometimes it does, then I think we're just going to re-click it until it picks one, because we want to have a one or the other. Okay, big money, magic moment. Okay, red, flying farms, amazing. And we can hit this, we can get our question back. Alrighty, I love this thing so much. So, looks like we're going to start on the flying farm project, which means I got to go show you my first take at this whole contraption idea. I think we got to sleep first. Hold on a minute. Alright, so coming over to here, across the water, I've started work on this project, which I'm super excited to show you because it's super fun little project that I built, I think, a few weeks ago. I built this in basically a day. It was the first time that I was coming back to Minecraft after almost a year. And you can see we got a sugarcane crop. So I looked up on the internet sugarcane farm because we needed one for the gunpowder and, to make rockets was what I'm trying to say, words. And so I looked up sugarcane farm and I found this video that's so awesome. I gotta tell you guys about it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. It's a video by Nembomb. You might have heard me talk about this guy before. He's from the SciCraft server, another great redstoner, and he's made probably my favorite sugarcane farm I've ever seen in this game, just totally reinventing the wheel. I've seen so many hundreds of sugarcane farms, and none of them compare to how cool this one is. So, you can see we got rows here, and there's a reason for that, but basically it's just to make it really easy to collect everything. You could do, a different arrangement if you wanted to, too, with like the dotted water, every once in a while or whatever if you wanted to do that. But as long as you can stick some minecarts underneath it to collect it, it doesn't matter because we've got these flying machines that come along and harvest everything. So wherever the drops are, as long as you can pick them up, you can make this as long as you want it. And as long as you keep these loaded, they can just keep harvesting. It's kind of crazy. And then eventually they'll turn around with this little station we have over there. And I'm saying all of this, we're actually missing a minecart. So I think I'm going to jump down here. Aha, we have a stuck minecart. Can I stop taking damage? How do you stop? And now I'm not taking damage. This is such a weird glitch. I don't know why that happens. Is this full of stuff? It's got a little bit in it. So I think what this is I'm pretty sure that bunny rabbits are still able to jump down here. And sometimes the carts get stuck from them. I'm pretty sure that's why. Actually saying that, it might be because it's too slow right there. I might need to bump up this powered rail. Someone from Vermont is calling me. I do not live in Vermont. Denied. So anyway, I'm getting all distracted. So yeah, so I just wanted to pop down there to see what that deal was, and you could see that we've got this one minecart and it occupies 2 rows, and then right here it's got this little extra row for when the sugarcane's like, you know, dumped into the end of the farm here from the slime machines, then it still is able to pick everything up. So let's hop in here and let's see this thing in action because it's super cool. And I'll show you what we got down here as well. I've got this pretty interesting little shulker boxing device. Words. And it's pretty cool. You can open it while it's working too. A lot of them you can't do that. I came up with this myself. I'm pretty happy with it. And I think we're going to be able to see it work as well because I've got some sugarcane in my inventory. So we'll fill that sucker up. And check this out. It's just going to start flying along. It's going to chop everything down. Oh man. And since there's so much sugarcane, it's actually growing behind it too. It's so efficient. It's kind of crazy. And so these flying machines basically, yeah, they'll turn around, but the coolest thing about it, you can see the sugarcane being pushed along these bushes. So it's totally lossless. Like it's totally 100% lossless because it's always being pushed with the flying machine, and they never glitch through the blocks or anything like that. It's kind of crazy. Now, the way that I've set up this design, it's a little bit lossless. You will see what we're talking about. And so when those get to the end, the minecarts are going to dispense, and hopefully all this stuff's going to get picked up. There we go. See, it all got picked up just now. And there's a little bit left. You can see we got one piece there. Let's just like jump down here and see how much stuff was wasted. So I need to put a bush there. Yoink. We got one piece. We got two pieces there or something. Yeah, so there's like under 20, like every time I run this machine, there's like maybe 20 pieces of sugarcane. If it's totally full, there's maybe a couple more. But like it's not too bad on the loss. Like everything else is picked up. You can see here that there's nothing hanging out on the ground. Oh man, it's such a great little design. So let's see if we can come over here and see the shulker box thing working, because I'm super happy with this. I'm actually going to make a little tutorial for it just because I came up with it myself, so why not? You can see we can actually open it while it's working, and a lot of them you can't do that, which is kind of fun. So let's just fill this up and see if it breaks on us. Aha! Dispensed it down into the bottom. You can see I've been running this farm quite a bit, and we've got a new one ready to go. So that's pretty awesome. Like I said, I just came up with this out of nowhere. I'll pop it open so you can see the redstone because I'm gonna change this place anyway. I was just trying to cover it up, and I don't like the way that this looks. So check this out. I was trying to follow a tutorial by somebody, and I wasn't watching. I was just trying to speed through it, and I accidentally placed something in the wrong spot. So the tutorial had these two comparators, and I was trying to put a comparator next to this comparator to compare the signal, and I accidentally placed a redstone block, and I had this eureka moment. I realized in doing this on accident that a redstone block next to a comparator is not only activating the comparator, which I didn't realize could happen, but it's trying to give this thing a signal strength that's like, it's trying to compare a signal strength of one chest being full. It's perfect, and if it's one under being full, then the signal strength is going to remain at 1, but if it has a full chest completely, it's going to hop up to 2. It's crazy. Or 3? How does that work? I don't even know how it works. I don't even know how my own thing works. I built this, and I'm seriously like still a little bit confused on it. It's kind of crazy. All right, so let's think about this for a second, because I think I do know what's going on. I'm just having a really hard time like articulating it. And by the way, we got storage for more boxes back up here. So I think what's going on, let's jump in here so you can see the components. So we have a dispenser. It's obvious. It's just going to dispense right here. And then there's a hopper on the other side of this filling it up, and then we can see the comparator, redstone block, and then we just got a dust repeater. And so I think what's happening is this comparator is waiting for a signal that's greater than what's to the side of it in order to turn on. It's locked, just like a repeater is locked. I think that that's how that's working. It's being locked by this signal strength, which is the same signal strength as a chest that's full of items, I think. Or like one below it. It's like one below it. Or maybe it's the same, and what's happening is once it gets the same signal, then it'll turn on the redstone wire and everything activates. I'm pretty sure that that's how that works. Oh man, that's kind of funny that I not only did I accidentally invent it, but I still have no idea how it works. I mean, I think that that's a pretty good guess. But anyway, you can see there's a half slab on top and there's a half slab on the bottom, and that's what allows you to be able to open this thing up while it's functioning. So anyway, Pretty cool little design. I'm going to release a short snappy tutorial after this video. For anybody who's interested, you can check that out as well. So, this is pretty cool, and you can see that just in the time I've been talking, bam, we're back to that. So I'm going to hit the button again. And man, that's a pretty good amount. I mean, I had some in my inventory, but you saw that I put a bunch in the box, and yeah, that was all from that last harvest. Pretty crazy. Pretty good little farm, and I think I can expand this quite a bit too. You can see that I flattened out this island, and I could just expand this if I really wanted to, but I think it's fine. I think that we're good with the size right now. So what I want to do, speaking of that, is I want to figure out a way to AFK here, because we can't just sit here overnight with a clock every 5 minutes, because the flying machines would work as long as we're here, but if we want to have this thing be running and we leave, we're going to have to remember to turn off the timer, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to remember, because you know I'm going to not remember and break it, or even just do it deliberately because I'm lazy and break it. So what I want to do, look at that stuff just getting bounced around. It's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Alright, so I'm trying to pace myself. I've just been all over the place. I'm trying to focus. So I'm trying to explain things a little bit better, because I've been really bad at that lately. I've just been jumping around and doing stuff without talking about why or how or anything. So what I want to do is I want to make this whole thing, you can see we just have it on a constant input right now that's briefly turned off in order to run the farm. And that's just locking these trapdoors up so they're not able to activate. So I'm thinking that I want a pressure plate and an AFK platform. I'm pretty sure that that's how I want to do this. So I'm going to get some sand and some glass and build up and make a little platform for us so we can, because we always are flying in this area. So I figured what we would do is just fly into here basically, right? And stand on the pressure plate when we want to AFK. That way we leave and the pressure plate gets unpowered and the whole thing turns off, so it's not trying to run as it's unloading the chunks. I think that that's how I'm going to do this. So I think we want some lighting, want some glass. Yeah. And let's get white just because. Okay. So where I want this platform to be is relatively over all of this stuff, because I'm thinking I kind of want to figure out, man, I don't know. I want to maybe figure out an elevating system to get the shulker boxes up to the platform, but I think that'll come later. What I want to do now is just kind of keep this relatively compact and put the input like right here next to the wire, so we don't have to do some underground, wiring system. Okay, so let's clear out some space. I found the coolest device for this. Oh man, this is one of the coolest little redstone gizmos I've seen in a while, and it's just like 4 blocks. It's so cool. Is it this one or this one? I never remember which one this is. I've tried this a couple times. This one? Which one is it? One of these does something. How does this work? I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. When we block this... There we go. I think it was this one that we blocked that made that happen. Oh my gosh. We're a genius. Check this out. Oh, that's so cool. So I honestly don't know how this is working, but it's similar to why this redstone block's giving us the right signal strength. I think what's happening is they're both giving the same signal strength, right? So the thing's always going to be at 1 because it's on subtract. It's looking for a difference between the two. That's how the comparator works, I think. Guys, correct me if I get any of this wrong, because I want to know what's actually the case. So as long as they're the same, it's going to stay at 1 because there's no difference, right? But as soon as there's a difference between the two, meaning this one's totally different than that one, regardless of what this one is, as long as it's different than the two of them, then the signal strength is going to increase, right? Or decrease, something. Like I said, I have no idea how this works. But I think, man, I'm all jumbled. It's exciting things. So I've got an AFK platform up here. And what I want to do, like I said, is wire this to a tripwire. But first, we got to find the block. And it's this block, right? So what we can do is if we put a block there, I guess we should have indicated it somehow with like a lamp. But what we can do is we can put a block here, and that should activate our wireless redstone. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So what I want to do is I want to make that a piston. And I want it to be a sticky one. Give me one of those, one of these, one of this. Pop that out. And what I'm wondering, to make this look nicer, is an extended piston head. No, for sure that an extended piston head is not a full block, so we can have this when it's extended. Daylight will be able to reach it. That way it's like a little bit more compact when we're here. And I think literally all we need is one pressure plate. And then it's all of it's done. Pretty sure. Do I have a pressure plate? How do I not have a pressure plate in all of this stuff? Aha, I can barely see that. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see this, really. We did it! The lamp turned on. Oh, man, this is really hard to see. And it turns off, too. Great. So as long as we're here, we're going to AFK right here, right? And then we're going to be able to watch the sugarcane grow up. And then I guess what we could do is one of two things. We could either, if we want it to harvest... No, I guess we're just going to add we need to add something down there that... We need to add a timer. Okay, I'm figuring this out. So that part is done. We've got our wireless redstone, which is awesome. Vertical wireless redstone. So let's think about this. So when we're not here, it's going to be in this state. So whatever state it's in right now is what we want to have turn the farm off. So here's our hopper timer, and this needs to be... Oh, well, there we go. First example. Oh, can I be sneaky? Can I do this and put a torch there and have this always turned off? Okay, I think that's going to do it. Yeah, this is going to be always turned off as long as that torch is on. I gotta sleep in a second, but first I want to test this out. So if we put a block above this, it should change the state. Does this not work at night? Oh, there is a block above it. That's right. So I need to actually go up there and unblock the block. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, so we're just going to yank that out just for now so we can work on this sucker. And you can see the redstone timer is running. Awesome. Well, that's super simple. As long as the block is there, the redstone timer does not work. We need to observe just momentarily. We don't want it, because this is going to be on for a long time. When this switch is over there, it's going to be over there for like 5 minutes. So we don't want to have it be a constant signal, because then this thing is going to be running for 5 minutes. That's not what we want. So we need to observe one of these areas. And I think what I want to do... Can I observe the comparator? That would be a good way. You see how it blinks for a second? And only on the one side? Yeah, let's try and detect that comparator and see if we're able to pull a signal off of that. I doubt it, honestly. Oh, we can do it. Okay, well, what about a torch? I highly doubt this. No, torches kind of suck, don't they? Let's see. So we're going to need it into a block. And we're going to have to extend the signal with a repeater somewhere. So I guess we could just do it off to the side, right? It doesn't really matter. Again, we're not going to be seeing this ever, so looks are not important. So now it's going to give us a longer signal, right? Is that how that works, or do I need redstone dust there? No, it worked. So let's pull that back a little bit, and then do into a block. And does that activate the torch now? Come on, baby. It does. That's exactly what we want. You see how it was on, and then for just a moment it was off and only on one side? Perfect. That's exactly the kind of redstone that we need to have this activate in the way we want it to. I am a genius. Alright, one of these, one of those. Oh, it's like, did it... I'm kind of tired today for some reason. It's kind of weird. Okay. I keep doing really stupid things, like wondering why we just messed up, but it was because I inverted the signal. Duh. Okay, so now we can stick... I think I got this figured out and where I want to put it. Let's get rid of this. We do not need this anymore. Get out of my life. Is that one necessary? Is this necessary? No, it's not necessary. Why was I thinking it was necessary? Alright, you can see it's lagging a bit, so we obviously are getting some item droppage. Alright. On all the time. Oh, we're going to have a burnout. We don't want that. Just repeater it, I guess. And we'll put it into a block. Okay. So on for a while, and then every so often it'll turn off. Perfect. I think that we just made this function appropriately, and I want to put some more items down here so it's not just going crazy. Obviously, I'm going to change this so it's like every 5 minutes or something like really long, so the sugarcane has time to grow. Man, this is so crazy hard to explain. There's some detailed logic going on in here in a little confined space, and I'm actually pretty impressed with how I was able to figure it out. I just checked the recording, and we were running the heck out of time, so I'm going to try and wrap this up and show you what I came up with. I decided to just make a cut and figure this out real quick. So we almost had it, right? We were really, really close, but the issue that I foresaw after a little bit of AFKing was that if we were to turn it off at a certain time, say when this thing was filling up, and we turned it off by just activating that like we had it with the torch, then when this was it wouldn't stop the item flow. It would just continue to fill up, and then once it was full it would stop, but that would activate the thing, and so the whole farm would be running once, like maybe when we were leaving the area, and it might break. So what I decided to do is instantly deactivate the farm by yanking out the observer, just taking the observer out from the whole thing. And if you remember, that went up into the block and then up into the farm. So what I have it to now is when we activate this, it puts the observer in place so the whole thing is able to function appropriately. And with these two repeaters over here and this bit of dust, it unlocks this hopper and lets our clock run. So check this out. It's so cool. I'm like really surprised with how much work this tiny little circuit's doing. So check it out. Put the block there. It puts the observer in place, which activates our farm. You can see the minecart's just left. And then it unlocks this deal. So this is able to start working, and then we get our 5-minute AFK timer. It's super sweet. And I don't think it's 5 minutes, but it's somewhere close to that, like full stacks. I put 5 stacks of sandstone in here, if you were wondering. And I think that's close to 5 minutes, but for sure the sugarcane is not fully grown at that point. But I think that it's fine because we get quite a bit. As you'll see, I'll go up and show you. Get the heck out of my area. And we've gotten a couple more boxes. Alright guys, let me know what you think about Nimbom's awesome sugarcane farm. I think that's going to have to do it for me for today. The time just freaking ran out. I was having a ton of fun working on this. I broke a minecart because we had a bunny rabbit infestation. It's like a huge problem in this farm. We need to put an item filter down there, because bunny rabbits keep getting into here and stopping minecarts and like dying, and their items go into the thing, and it makes the shulker contraption not work. Oh man, it's so ridiculous. Because that shulker box filler only works with one type of item, so if anything else gets into there and doesn't have a full stack to it, it's not going to break the box. So that's a huge problem. Plus they keep coming down into here and stopping minecarts. Oh man, it's such an issue. Whoa! Push. That was crazy. No? We just go right through it that time? How strange. Sometimes you get launched sideways by those things. It's kind of funny. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I had such a dang good time recording today's episode. Let me know if you had a good time hanging out. Hit the like button if you liked it. Consider subscribing for more Let's Play action. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.